Shabbat Shalom, Israel. All praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem and Mashiach Yahweh Shai, giving us this day to come together again so we can get a lesson in, learn something. Today's class is going to be think of who you are and go home. Think of who you are and go home. Boy, go home. Get your butt out of here and go home. I can use any one of the titles if you want. But we're going to go a little bit through this prodigal son. I found a couple of double meetings in there too. Yeah. So we're going to go through a little bit of this. I know we done heard the prodigal son, the prodigal son. Some people understand it, some people don't. Some people get a little bit of it, not all of it. But it's every one of these parables that Yahweh Shah brought about, man, you go through good deep, I promise you. Read them over and over, you're going to get some out of it every time. I don't give a dang how long it is, how small it is. It's always a new lesson in every time. That's why the brother just brought out, read, man. Read the same stuff you read again. I can promise you, when you read it again, it's gonna be more information that you didn't get the first time you read it. I don't get you done read the Bible, I know 5 times. And every time you read it, what you get out of more and more. It says more and more. The Bible gets bigger and bigger. So it's always good to constantly read and read and read. Even if you read it before, don't think you know it. Read it again and see it. You'll realize how much you didn't know the first time. So we're going to go in this book, man. We're going to get to studying. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. I know these things getting harder. The price is going up. Hours going down. But hey, Most High with you, you'll make it. Let's start off. Let's go to Luke 15. Let's keep a marker there because we're going to be going back and forth to there. Luke 15:11.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 15 and verse 11. And he said, a certain man had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falleth to me. Then he divided unto them his living.
He said, give him the portion that falleth unto him. Because, you know, through our, and better yet, through our history, each son had a portion. His father always left something. Y'all ever notice how I said 2 sons too? That's used a lot. You notice that. Through the whole Bible, it's used a lot. It's used over and over. You know, it's what is that? Isaac and Ishmael, Jacob and Esau, Cain and Abel. So you got to realize that. So some of these things compared to those different things, even though they might mean these 2 sons in this part, it might mean these 2 sons in another part. So that's why I say read all the time. You go back and start getting different stuff. Because some of the stuff I read 1,000 times, but then when I went back, I'm like, hey, I didn't see that. So you always want to kind of keep going back, looking it over, studying it, going to other precepts about it, and finding out, getting the history on it. Because the Bible is just that deep, man. And if you love the Bible, man, if you love the Most High, believe me, you'll do what He say, and those secrets will start coming out. And let's go to Deuteronomy 21:16. Hold that. We're going to hold Luke, though. I'm speaking a little louder because I know these fans on, so I'm trying to make sure y'all hear where the women turned the fan off over there. Y'all must be got that good skin. Uh, 21:16.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21 and verse 16. Then it shall be, when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he had, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn.
Go ahead.
But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn, by giving him a double portion of all that he had. For he is the beginning of his strength.
By what? For he's the what?
For he is the beginning of his strength.
Now, if y'all notice, this is a law. Not saying that Jacob was hated, but But who did Isaac love of his son? No, yeah, Esau. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, Salaki. Esau. He loved Jacob, but seeing so what happens? He has to, the one that he didn't accept have to get a what? What did it just say? Read that again.
Verse 17.
Yeah.
But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn.
What happened also?
Oh, he got the double portion.
What happened with Jacob and Esau? Who was born first?
Esau.
Who was the firstborn?
Esau.
No.
No. Esau.
Who was born first?
Esau.
Who was the firstborn?
Esau.
Jacob was the firstborn.
Oh,
And like you say, even to make it the firstborn of the Most High.
Yes.
yeah.
You gotta keep it spiritual, man. Keep it spiritual.
That's why I asked y'all should have thought about it when I asked you back to back, whatever.
Yeah.
Who was the firstborn? Esau. Who was the firstborn? God called who the firstborn? Jacob. Read that again, 17.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21 and verse 17. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn by giving him a double portion
For the what?
for the firstborn.
Firstborn. So like we just discussed, who was born first? Who was the firstborn? There you go. And it's talking about the same thing in the law. So the Most High wasn't doing that, was following his laws when he was doing that, when everything was going down. Everything was followed after the laws that he had created. Now read that. He said, give him a what?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21 and verse 17. But he shall acknowledge the son of the hated for the firstborn by giving him a double portion of all that he had. For he is the beginning of his strength. The right
of the firstborn.
The right of the firstborn is his.
Now, when you're looking at it in Jacob and Esau, when you're looking at the right of the firstborn is his. Now, he said a double portion, right? Let's go.
Let me get a precept
Yeah,
real
go
quick,
ahead. Go ahead.
Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 3, verse 16.
First one.
2nd Ezra, chapter 3 and verse 16. So that's why it's very important to do what? Go precept upon precept. All right, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 3 and verse 16. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau. And so Jacob became a great multitude. So the Most High God is letting you know, yes, they were both born, but he put by Esau, meaning what? He didn't choose them to be his firstborn. He chose Jacob. Jacob is the beginning of his life.
Yep. That makes it a lot clearer, right? Now y'all see the picture. Because even in what's name, who was born first with Ishmael and Isaac? Who?
Ishmael.
Who's the firstborn?
Isaac.
There you go. Same thing, man. Same, even with Cain and Abel.
And I'm glad Ak is bringing this out because y'all know Christians always try to challenge us on that. Well, he stole the blessing. No, it was already prophesied before they was even born.
And written in the law.
It was.
That's why I wanted to make sure that we got the law. And it ain't the Most High following his law just like he's telling you to follow his law. He said, be ye perfect for I am perfect. I follow my laws, so y'all follow my laws.
Just like we was telling brothers, we always got an advantage over even super Christians because they don't understand what? The prophecies in the Bible. So by us going through the prophecies, we can clearly see, like we said, the Most High God had already chose Jacob even before either one of them was born.
Yep.
So he didn't steal the blessing. You know, we seen T.D. Snakes teaching that. Oh, he supplanted him. You know, did he really do it? No. It was always of the Most High.
Well, let's go get it. Romans 9:11. Oh, you're about a little second. Let's go get it.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 11. For the children, being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election.
According to what?
According to election.
Who he elect, who he called his firstborn. Not how they came out the womb, but who it's born of mine. Okay. The other one is wicked. We're going to get back to that. Go ahead.
Might stand.
Uh-huh.
Not of works, but of him that called it.
They, before they even was born, none of them know nothing about nothing. He was all, I chose this one.
That's right.
And it's my firstborn. Even though he was born first.
Well, y'all know Romans chapter 9 is a Christian killer.
Yeah.
They don't never want to go there. Brothers, make sure y'all learn how to break this thing down efficiently.
All the way down. Because a lot of times, even if you can't get by with some of the other stuff that does, you can go right back to Romans 9 and 4. Just interrupt everything they just thought they knew.
And like I say, Romans 9 is our trump card.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big joker that we got, man.
That's the chauffeur. That's where you blow that, boy.
Because if you know how to break Romans 9 down, look here, man, they can't pull no precept that's gonna combat this.
That's right.
Because it covers the whole entire our history. If you look at the outline of it, it covers our history.
Let's go back to Deuteronomy, do 18, 21:18. We're going to tell you about that other son.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21 and verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which would not obey the voice of his father, or the voice of his mother, and that, when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him, and bring him out unto the elders of his city, and unto the gate of his place.
Well, hold on, I want to find something. Go ahead and keep reading. I want to find this.
And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard.
He is what?
He is stubborn. He is a glutton and a drunkard.
And boy, if that don't describe Esau, don't nobody get drunk like that, man. Don't nobody, man. Wow! They gonna go crazy, eating up all of everything. But I want to go back to Genesis 30. Let's see, before when he went and married her. Yeah, when he went and married her. It's 35. Because he rebelled against his parents. Esau did. When he went and Esau went in, I got you. You got it? Go ahead, give it to me.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 28 and verse 9.
Go ahead, Al.
I'm going to start at verse 8. This
Verse
is the book
8.
of Genesis chapter 28 and verse 8. And Esau, seeing that the daughters of Canaan pleased not Isaac his father.
See, y'all see what he did? He said, seeing that the woman he told him, that his daddy told him, and his mama said, dog, we don't marry them. But what did Esau do? Man, I'm mad. Forget them. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Then went Esau unto Ishmael, and took unto the wives which he had Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Nabajah, to be his wife.
He went where his mama and them told him, man, don't go over there marrying them. But that he was rebellious. So when we go back to 18, 21:18, Deuteronomy. You want to go ahead?
Genesis chapter 26 and verse 34. Because it's going into, like you said, the Canaanites. This is where he took unto him. The book of Genesis chapter 26 and verse 34. And Esau was 40 years old when he took to wife Judith, the daughter of Beeri, the Hittite, and Besemath, the daughter of Eliam, of Elon the Hittite, which were a grief of mine unto Isaac and to Rebekah.
He went and got everything that was already doing all the evil on the earth anyway.
And why was Esau doing that? Because he was greedy. He seen that land, how it was flowing. Matter of fact, jump on Genesis chapter 36 right quick in verse 6. Because Esau was greedy. He was a greedy. Esau has always been greedy, man. He never felt like he needed the Most High. I can do it all.
I can do it all. I can do it all. That's exactly what he was saying.
I'm going to read verse 2.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 36 and verse 2. Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan, Adah, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Abamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon the Hivite. Verse 6. And Esau took his wives and his sons and his daughters and all the persons of his house and his cattle and all his beasts and all his substance, which he had got in the land of Canaan.
Because that's what he takes everything,
Yeah,
man.
boy, he wanted it all, boy. He got so mad, man. That's stubborn, boy.
That's greedy, man.
That's stubborn, boy. Your mama say don't do this. Your daddy say don't do this. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what my mama and daddy say. And then he went on and took all the evils of the world. But these were some of the most evil people at this time in the world right now.
Watch what he said. Read on, dog.
Verse 6 again from the top. And Esau took his wives and his sons and his daughters and all the persons of his house and his cattle and all his beasts and all his substance, which he had got in the land of Canaan, and went into the country from the face of his brother Jacob.
Read.
For their riches were more than that they might dwell together. And the land wherein there were strangers could not bear them because of their cattle.
Because Esau, guess what? He took all the cattle, all the spoil. The strangers around about couldn't even take him because he had so much.
He rich. He's super rich.
He just had so much. Guess what, man? He had so much to the point if he seen yours, he can come take yours too. But he just got so much. How you get that? Well, oh, this was part of mine. Well, it might have been part of yours. He tricked you just like that quick because he had so much stuff, man. Because he took everything that they had. Mama said, "Don't go over there." I'm gonna take. He said, "Yeah, I'm going over there. I'm gonna take everything."
Yep. I'm gonna not only am I'm gonna go over there, but I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna mix with all these people, swindling them out of everything they got, so I can be richer than my brother. And that's the same thing he's done today. They took everything, so he can be richer than his brother. That's what he said. Yeah, I know you're poverty, but you rich, Jacob. Y'all the ones that's rich, because you got the blessings of the Most High. Let's go back to 18, Deuteronomy. And now we're going to see what this is talking about too when we go through there. And you're going to see what this brother that we're talking about.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21 and verse 18.
But then, now think about this also, though. Just talk about Israel also. But I'm looking at it in a different perspective. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21 and verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which would not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that, when they have chastened him, would not hearken unto them, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him, and bring him out unto the elders of his city, and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones.
Do what?
And all the men of his city shall stone him
What we
with
going to do with
stones.
Esau? Read it again.
And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear.
And then that's when you go to the book of Obadiah. Because we got to get rid of this evil off the planet. When this kingdom come, we can't have about this running around here. When it's time to, hey man, we got to get rid of this thing, a cancer. Why we gonna sit up there keep man get it out? Get it out, man. We got to get it out, man. So let's go back to, now let's go to Genesis 25 and 23. Well, y'all kind of covered a lot of that other stuff. I really don't need to go there. But let's go. Because we covered a lot of ways. Yeah.
Like I say, shit, we can never cover it enough. We always have new brothers and sisters coming in. They need this understanding. Like I say, you always might see different things in the scriptures too.
Right. Yeah. 25 and 23.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other.
He's talking about 2 brothers, 2 nations, 2 different nations, 2 different nations, 2 different nations. Go ahead, one gonna be stronger. We don't. And just for those that don't know, yes, we stronger than Esau. Esau got to take steroids to even keep up. He got to do drugs to keep up.
It says 2 manner of people. Sometimes people lose common sense.
Mm-hmm.
What they do?
What types of twins are there? And what else? It's 2 types of twins. People only think it's one type of twin. They identical. Bro, you see fraternal twins all the damn
And
time.
they know it is, but they act like they don't exist when it's come to
That's
this.
right.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think. But and I'm gonna tell you also, people forget common sense. This is not no albino.
That's right.
No.
Because it says 2 nations. It's not a nation of albino people.
That's
right.
And that's what I be laughing at when they say, they red, there's some red people. Okay, well, if that's the case, where these red people, where they at doing anything to us?
That's right. Where did a group of albinos put a group of Negroes in slavery on slave ship?
Real, man. Can't prove that, man.
And running the world today.
That's right. Show us this magical group of albinos that's controlling the world, man.
We trip when we see one of them. They just walk down the
For
street.
real,
Ooh, man, that's albino.
Because what is albino? It's what? Leprosy. That's all that it is. It's leprosy.
And guess what? And it's not going into the Arabs either.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people will try to use this as the Arabs being, oh, this Esau right here, this Esau is the Arabs. You can't prove that, man. Because guess what? Yeah, they helping Esau to oppress us, but guess what? The Abrahams ain't running nothing. Man, Esau put a sanction on their country right now and take everything that they got, just like they did everything else, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. Like, even when they say, well, he went and married Ishmael's children, and yeah, but he the man, ain't he?
The man.
So the seed is what?
The man.
Esau. So I don't give a damn who he married or how many children he had by everybody else. He knew what he was doing when he was planting them seeds just like Ptolemy did. He knew what he was doing. You gotta understand, this is stubborn. I'm going against my brother. My brother got a lot of, my daddy blessed him. I gotta get stronger than him. Yeah, I'm finna go bone everything. Because he's trying to get his lineage, his people to be the strongest on the planet. That's what he's doing. But even the Bible said, one stronger than the other. We naturally come out stronger than him. I ought to have a contest. I'm going to get a little baby, same age as a white baby, and see which one that can hold their head up longer.
That's proven.
Yes.
I know Jacob, he come out, 2-3 months they can hold their head.
Yeah, already. I remember going into the little daycare. There's always been them little black kids talking them little white boys around like they ain't nothing. I be like, man, that's what just did that to that kid. Because we are a stronger people, man. Period, man. Period.
But I seen, like I said, I seen that they were throwing the little white babies in the water, and they little babies, they had to go get them. They were throwing the little Jacob baby in the water, and the little baby was swimming like a mug, like that. Fresh out the womb. They were just chucking, you know, Esau, they got all kinds of little tests they do, man.
Mm-hmm.
They chuck a little baby in the water, man. Little Jacob baby, well, I'm talking about these little Jacob, they swimming like a mug, man. It's like a natural instinct. They just got power like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, one is strong.
It's evident, man. It's not even, it ain't even no.
That's the word, evident.
It's
Evidence.
evident. It's
Esau ain't
evident.
the white man, well, who is he? They can't never answer that.
And
If he ain't the white man, well, who is he then? And like we always say, we got another captivity if that's the case, man. 2 69 say Esau is the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob is the one to follow. So Esau got to be ruling this world right now.
Otherwise, we gotta wait till
We
these
gotta
Arabs gotta come and take over first. Then the Chinese gotta God dang it, we got, man, hold on. This time out, man.
Eight minor now.
Yeah, that's what I said. I guess so. No doubt, boy. They don't understand this, man. And it's crazy, boy, because I praise the Most High, man, for that we are the Israelites, man. Oh, praise him. Let's go back. Genesis 23.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people.
They ain't nothing alike. And we ain't nothing alike. You might find one of them that been studying all night and all day long, been in the mirror for the last 5 years just to get up and do the wave. Just to do this. Then they do that wrong. It look ugly. That ain't the way it goes. Them ones been doing the cabbage fat for the last 20 years and they still ain't got it. They don't even look like the dance no more. That's how we totally different people. We got rhythm. We got class. We smooth. We built like that. We don't, our faces, everything, we don't crack. They crack up, boy. I told you, boy, when y'all look at them women, the women ain't no 50, 60, 31.
Over the piece.
You get a precept right quick because people don't understand this, man. They seem to think the Most High God don't have power to put 2 nations in the womb.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew 22 and 29.
Well, it's funny. They'll believe that they're the virgin birth. But 2 nations in the womb?
Yeah, that's the point. Immaculate conception. Oh, yeah, that's it.
2. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 29. Yahweh answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the scripture.
So first of all, we know Christians, they err because they don't know the Old Testament for sure.
Exactly.
They love to run the Paul, but they don't have a clue about the Old Testament or the beginning. You know, we can't understand a book in the middle or the end. Read on.
Nor the power of God.
But that's the key part, the power of the Most High God, man. Not only do they err not knowing the scripture, but they don't know the power of our God, man. Hell, the Most High God want to make a frog and an ant in that womb, man. And that's just what it would have been, man.
But they believe in God, but deny the power thereof.
That's right. Believe in God, but deny the power thereof. So they err not knowing the scriptures, but they also err because they don't know the power of our God. He said 2 nations were in thy womb, 2 manner, 2 separate, different people. And that's what it is, man. And we see the scripture then, like I said, the great point, we got evidence, or it's evident to prove that, yes, this is matching up with what he's saying.
Exactly.
Can't no so-called white man go through the atrocities that we done been through, man. Still get up each and every day. We say this all the time at camp, man. Bust our bus, seen our grandmother struggle, seen our great-grandmother struggle, our children struggle, and then looking for the next generation to struggle. But still taking it with a smile, man.
Man, if Esau would have went through slavery like we did, it'd only probably be 2 cities in the middle.
That's right.
They wouldn't have been able to build none of that. They'd have been crying, complaining, fanning. And then black man ain't around, so he wouldn't have been in the air conditioning. They really would have been out of there. They would have been out of there.
Brothers that teach on the streets, man, I'll be on brothers' head. Because I know sometimes brothers read over these scriptures. You cannot just read over these things because you have to paint the picture to our people. You have to bring relatable facts up. Go into the characteristics which the Most High God gave Esau to describe to our people. You literally have to take the time to break down 2 manner of people. A lot of times our people don't get that thing, so it's our job to make it plain.
And making it, letting it be known that they totally different.
Mannerism.
And because guess what? People want to see the thing like the Most High God. I don't know why people get so much fascinated in their mind like the Most High God made a mistake or something.
Yes.
Like he made a mistake. Like according to Jeremiah 1 and 5, the Lord said, "No, I create you in the womb. When the seed is planted, He creates in the womb." But man, you can't grow no baby after you put sperm in a woman. What you gonna do then? What she gonna do then? What a woman? Oh, I carried her for nothing. But you just what you gonna do? Did you go in your body and told like this toe go right here, this ankle go right here? No, you didn't do none of that.
You didn't go in there shaping. I don't like the way your fingers gonna come out. I need to stretch them out. I want this one to be 6'9". No,
No, the Most High God determines it.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, let's go get it right quick. Jeremiah 1 and 5, man.
Let's go get it.
Lord said, I do those things, man.
And shoot, brother, who the hell are you? Even for all the abortion stuff that's going on, sisters got to understand that, hey, babies start. They want to. America want to put a baby in the first and second trimester and so forth. No, a baby is conceived during this time. No, that baby starts at conception.
Mm-hmm.
Just like what Ak is finna go into. So sisters that's doing that have to repent of that because that is murder according to the Bible.
Right.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly.
He said, before I formed thee in the belly, man. We can't form nothing. He forms us in the belly. Even when you go into Isaiah 49, they say the same thing. Read.
I knew thee.
Mm-hmm.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
So whatever your title, job, whatever you finna be, whatever you finna do, guess what? If you was a plumber, the Most High God said, okay, I need another plumber. I'm going to put the plumber in her belly. I need another carpenter. I'm going to put a carpenter in her belly. The Lord knew you, and he knew your attributes before your mama even seen you, before your dad even seen you.
Mm-hmm.
He put those things together. He said, I knew you. I'm the one that does these things, man. He said, I formed you.
Yep, and even the man don't have no control. He'll plant the seed, but he waiting like the woman. We trying to figure out, is this going to be a male or female? He don't know. Because the Most High said, I got y'all to do the work. I'm the one that's doing it. I'm making it. But right now, we couldn't tell you where a seed came from or how to make a seed. You can't make a seed. White man trying his best. He making poison, but he ain't making no seed.
Right. And then just think about how even this smaller detail. People, when we say, oh, I'm so tired, I'm ready to go to sleep. You ain't got enough sense to go to sleep. You think you got enough sense to go to sleep? Guess what? You'll lay up in the bed, your eye be burning like a mug. You cannot even go. Because guess what? The Lord don't allow you. Can't do it. You have no power over nothing when we look at these things, man. You ain't got no power over nothing. You can sit there and say, well, I'm finna go to sleep. She need to be quiet. I'm finna go to sleep. And the Lord have your eyes burning all night long. You can't even go to sleep. You think you doing something.
What Yahweh was on that cross, what he had to do? He had to give up the ghost. Because if he hadn't give up the ghost, we'd be sitting there right now, he'd still be on the cross. How long you been up there? Well, today is 1,533 years and 428 days. He'd still be up there. If he hadn't gave it up, because the Most High said, I'll go ahead and give it up. He controlled it all, man. That's one thing y'all got to get and realize in this lifetime, no matter what's going on, we got to realize Most High control it. I don't care what you think, guys. What happened? That Negro acting stupid, Most High controlling it. That's because you got out of line. She acting stupid, the Most High controlling it because you probably got out of line. But guess what? He got to act in that way to get you in line. He got him acting that way to get you in line. But he controlling it all. That's one thing you got to understand. When you start realizing that, things will start getting a little bit more clearer in your life.
They do.
So think about it. Show of hands. Who, as a child, did what they said they were going to do as a child? I want to be I want to be this. Who did that? I know I did. Because me growing up as a child, I was going to be a football player. I was going to be in the NFL. I was going to be a star. Then guess what? It changed to being a rapper and all this. But now where you at? Well, we already said nobody said that in their lifetime this is where they would be right now. Nobody could ever picture that. But the Most High God said, I formed you from them. So a lot of times when things don't go our way in these situations, you got to understand why. Because the Most High ain't let you prosper in that way. My brother asked me the other day, he said, man, why you stop rapping? It wasn't my life. It wasn't my life. Most High God didn't that wasn't for me. Why you ain't go to play? And it wasn't for me, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the Most High God wanted me to be.
That same thing, boy. I was blue chip All-American. I just knew they were just going to hand me to the NBA. Here you go. I just knew. But soon I said, boy, I kept going, I could see in my life, why that went wrong? Why am I over here doing this? When I was supposed to be over there, I was just doing everything opposite of what I thought I was supposed to do. Most I said, no, I got you going crazy because when I call you, you gonna run to me. You gonna run to me when I call you. See, if I let you do all that stuff you wanted to do, when I call you, you wouldn't have came because you too busy worried about doing what you want to do. But now he said, I call you. I'm gonna let you go through that because ain't nobody who they want to be.
And we know that the Lord do that. Guess what? Sometimes the Lord let you do it. You said you want to do something. Sometimes the Lord let you go and do it. Then after you do it, then guess what he say? Now it's my turn. Because I told you to do this. You know the story of Jonah. The Lord told Jonah to go to Nineveh. Guess what? He allowed Jonah to go get on the ship. Because Jonah thought he was going to flee from the presence of the Lord. He thought he was.
He could have got him before he went and ran off.
Just
before
like
he took off running. Most I could have got him there.
But he allowed him, go ahead. But once you do it your way, I'm going to do it my way next, though. That's all obedience comes in there, right?
Yeah. That's why he did that. Let you go through so he can call you. When he call you, that's how y'all in this building right now. That's how you in this building. Yeah, we all in this, yeah. Because right now, Bob, we had that $100,000, we were making that $200,000 a year. They pass by the camps every day. They see them people out there in the streets talking, and they listen, they teach it. But they be like, nah, that might interrupt my money. And we would have never got where we at today. And that's all praise to the Most High. I'm going to give him praise all day, man, because I've been doing let just go. But we're going to praise him all day.
Yeah. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
What?
And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
He said, I ordained you. So you ain't had nothing to do with it? No way. I did it. They don't think we just be walking around bad. What's his name? What was the little comedian name? Rich Prod. I'm bad. Yeah, we bad. Yeah, you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. Most I said, I ordained you. So you here because I got you. That's why you didn't make it. That's why you ain't no engineer. That's why you didn't go get them 4 degrees. You just been a 4-degree dummy. So the Most High said, no, I ain't gonna let him be that. Let's go back. Where was we at in Genesis 25? 23. Yeah, we had 24 now. No, let's finish 23. Want to see how that much is in 23? We ain't even got past 23. See how much 23 got? Just that. Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated.
Shall be what?
Shall be separated.
Now live together.
Shall be separated.
Let's come together.
Shall be separated.
He didn't have us together when we first started. The only reason he said we ought to become one because he already over us. He meaning one. One of us above and one of us below. That's what Esau mean when he said let's be one. You got everything. Let's divvy that up. They know darn well they better not divvy that up, or they'll be at the bottom in any minute. Go ahead.
Shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger.
That old one, Esau, don't serve this younger. That ain't happening yet. We had him for a second, but it only lasts for a little bit. He had us for way longer than we had him. So he said the older, they gonna serve us, whether they like it or not. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red, all over, like in hairy garment.
One thing, red, man. I don't care what y'all talking about, boy. Now, before this, I don't know what we saw before I had gotten this truth. I don't know if I actually was watching. I guess I just looked at him as white people. Till I looked at the color white. Then the Bible said they red. Now when I look at red and look at them, I see red. I remember when you back in them older TVs when you could never get that color right. All the color was good, but that red one was always bright. You trying to almost got to turn the color off to get the color right. Because Esau was too red for the television. And that was giving us a clue back then. That was Esau way back then. You couldn't even get him off the TV. Like, why he so red? You trying to mess with all them little tint. You know, hit all them little buttons back there.
And this is for, like we say, for brothers that think that it's talking about skin color like Malcolm X. No, Negro. Because Malcolm X is just slang for us. Malcolm X is just a light-skinned brother.
Ruddy.
A light brown brother. He's not red like Esau. That's why they call what down south? Redneck.
And that's another thing. Don't let them play with you because they talking about Ruddy. When Ruddy means red, meaning the complexion. But Ruddy, one thing you never see in his Bible, he never compared Esau to Ruddy.
Right. And also, let's keep, like they say, let's keep this in context. 2 nations.
Uh-huh.
It said 2 nations.
Yep.
Let's keep this. It's not just what we don't have a nation of light-skinned people. We're one nation, man. We got different shades of colors, man. But we one nation. It's not a group of red, light-skinned people, and that's a nation. No, in no country.
And you know darn well if there was a nation of yellow people, well, our people be over there in a minute. Especially these Negroes are going to give me a yellow bone. Where you going? Eat them. We be all over there. You know how Negroes was back in the time, boy. It was just all it. Boy, let's just go.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 25. And the first came out red, all over, like a hairy garment.
He's letting you know the color and like a hairy garment. Now, I heard that other dude talking about, that's red hair. No, it's like it's telling you the texture. That's because, man, look at them babies, man, when they come out. I used to look at them people in my school back in the day I used to look at their arms. We was in elementary. And I used to just look and see how much hair they had on their body already. I'd be like, they already hairy. They was hairy people.
We got mustache, beards, all that.
Man, take away the Gillette. And you watch. They be talking about they seen a Bigfoot everywhere. Where you seen one? I seen 1,000 of them over there in Highland Park. Because that's what they are. If you don't, they have it. That's just simple and plain as that.
And guess what? I'm going to get a precept right quick to explain something. Go to Exodus chapter 26 and verse 14. Just because we got things in the Bible saying that when we die, things read.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Also, because sometimes they like to play little games, we got to make sure these precepts are locked in, man. We get y'all reading.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 26 and verse 14. And thou shalt make a covering for the tent of ram skins, dyed red.
Dyed what color?
Dyed red.
Dyed, but guess what? We was dyeing things red. That's the difference, man. But when he said all red, he said red all over like a hairy garment, it's just making, giving the attribute what this wet dog look like, man.
Yep. That's exactly what he said. It right on the money, boy.
But guess what? They're telling you that right there in this occasion that they dyed it red, man. Read.
And a covering above of badger skin.
Because this is going into, like you say, this is going into the tabernacle. On one side, guess what they dyed it, they dyed that thing red, man. Go ahead,
I'm glad you, because I seen the debate with him. Boy, he broke out all that, boy, and tore that man up. Let's go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going. Go ahead.
And his name was called Jacob.
Uh-huh.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Go to 28.
Verse 28. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison. But Rebekah loved Jacob.
See, that's what it letting you know. The father had that love the one son. That's what we was doing when we was comparing about the prodigal son. I'm going to show y'all something. We just went there just to show you the similitudes and the allegories in there. Because like I said, it's got a double meaning. That's just one.
And don't lose focus on the double meaning. But what's the precept to 26? So you got to know that. You got to make sure that brothers and sisters had that precept written down. 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. Because it explains to you what that is going into, right?
Letting them know about the hill. He's putting them down on the hill. You're not going nowhere. We coming right behind you. That's how much they were fighting in the womb. He tried to get out before him. They fighting over birthrights at this time. And then here that Jacob like, nope, I'm coming with you. I still owe you a lick. Like Terrell said. Still owe you one. I'm gonna get my lick back. Let's go to Revelation 18:6.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 8 and verse 6, 18 and verse 6. Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her work. In the cup which she had filled to her double.
Let's see, he took double, goddamn, we want our double back. The same thing that was in the law, a double portion, right? So he gonna get that double curse on him. Y'all see what I'm talking about now? I know we got away. I wanted to get that quicker, but we would expand a lot on the other stuff. Would have made more sense because we were talking about back the other time. But it's a double portion. A double portion. And he deserved every bit of it. He deserved every bit of the portion he took of ours. And guess what? It's going to be doubled on him. Because that's in the law too, right? You read it in the law. The double portion, wasn't it?
And that precept was what, like I can bring it out, Deuteronomy 21 and 17.
Those are in the law.
It's in the law.
This Bible is amazing, man. It's amazing, man. You just got to get in it, man. That's why I say you can't stop, buddy. You talking about this like Lay's, man. You can't eat just one. Yeah, let me get one of them Lay's. Let me get one of them scriptures. When you get that scripture, boy, you get to eat that old bag be gone, man. Go to the store and get a bigger bag. I'm going to come back and read this Bible again. Let's go to Genesis 32 and 24.
And just like Ben and you said, I didn't have that precept down beside this, so look what I did. Wrote that precept down right beside that. Revelation beside Deuteronomy 21, 17, wrote Revelation 18 and 6.
Genesis 32. Let's go. Genesis 32. And let's start at 24.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 32 and verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh.
See, in order for Jacob, one thing y'all got to realize, y'all think y'all supposed to have it easy. No. Your daddy had to go through some stuff to get this blessing. You got to go through some stuff to get your blessing. Ain't nobody just finna pass out y'all blessing because you won't appreciate nothing. Spoil your child and see how he kick in your butt when you get older. Keep spoiling these kids and think they're going to be great. They're going to be great against you. I'm going to tear mine up whenever they I'll be looking for something. Go do something bad so I can whoop you. So y'all gonna get in line, because I know what this world holds. Jacob had to go through some stuff. Esau was out there stealing stuff. Everything was easy to him. I'm gonna go. You think I get with your wife? Your daughter. And then run over here. Can I get with your daughter? Hey, can I get with your daughter? Everybody that had something.
Yeah,
So now he a prince in everybody's town. Yeah, and then guess what inheritance go to?
You said it right the first place. That's how Esau say, can I get with your wife? I mean your daughter.
Yeah. You're exactly right.
You said it right.
Exactly.
He said, will he leave some grapes? No.
No.
You want it all.
I want the dirt. And what water you use? We want the water everything, bro. Go ahead.
Verse 25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh.
Even the angel had a problem with Jacob. See, y'all don't even know how special y'all are, man. Man, your daddy wrestled with an angel. Wrestle. With an angel. So who y'all think y'all are? Y'all don't realize who y'all are. Women, y'all don't realize who you are. Your daddy wrestled with an angel. Angel get tired of this Negro. God dang it, man.
Just knock it down, please.
Yeah. Angel had to go and use some God's stuff. Hey, man, God dang it. Shoot, I put this on you, man. Get your hip out of play. Angel said, I gotta run. I'm gonna make sure this Negro don't chase me. That's your daddy. Your forefather. Y'all don't even realize who y'all are. You don't know who you are. You don't know what kind of power you got. Man, go ahead, Al.
And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him.
He's still trying to wrestle. Remember that whole hip broke. He out on the ground grabbing. No, you ain't leaving. You not leaving. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go.
This your daddy now. He wrestling with an angel now. The angel done got tired. Man, let me go. I gotta go back to heaven. I gotta go back to the Most High. Man, I ain't letting you go. So you bless me. I'm not letting you go. He holding on like a song. See, that's why we be like that. We can go through some hard times, man. We can go through some of the hardest stuff. But we just hold on to the Most High God. It don't matter. We ain't letting go to God. Hey, man, you got to deliver me. Hey, I can't stop this sin, but God dang you. I'm going to hold on to you till I'm done. Till you take this away. That's how you got to get in that prayer and fasting. And you hold on to the Most High until, no, not until you bless me. Whatever you're going through, nope, can't let you go. I'm not letting you go, not until you bless me. Look at your daddy. That's what your daddy did. So y'all problems ain't got nothing. I bet you your problems ain't stronger than these angels. This is a great example of who y'all are.
I bet you know he was fighting for a while.
Fighting. He ready to go. The angel ready to go.
Because the Lord come to you in what? When he come to you? Dream, deep sleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
They was fighting for a while. He said the day breaking.
The break day. Yeah, all night, boy. It started at 9 o'clock, boy. It's 6 in the morning. He still got it.
Like Hebrew. Hey. You don't call him nigga. Hebrew.
I gotta go, man.
You got to go, man. I gotta go, man. Don't you know I got things the Most High got me to do. And you holding. He done got to the point I broke his hip. But he's still fighting. That's what kind of fight y'all got in y'all. It ain't no giving up. Your daddy didn't give up. So why would y'all give up on anything that you're going through? Anything. Trying to show you something, man. Go ahead.
Except thou bless me.
What?
Except thou bless me.
I ain't letting you go till you bless me. Don't let the Most High go until he bless you. Get you out of whatever you got going on. Don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. They threw crack at us. We only got 17 people left on crack now. That's how we are. That's who we are. Ain't like, man, God dang, we done gave them everything. We done gave them all, done fed us pork, all our life, knowing it ain't no good for our body. We run around here with our legs off now, rolling. Still going. Still going. They don't know what's going on. What the heck was wrong with? Because this is what our daddy was. This is who we are. Go ahead, huh? Got me fired up, boy.
And he said unto him, what is thy name?
What's your name?
And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob.
I can't even call you. What do I call you? Who you was? I gotta call you something great, man. This dude here. I'm gonna talk a little. Let me say this. This nigga here. God, I gotta get him nigga a new name. He ain't a nigga no more. He's something better than that. Go ahead.
But Israel.
What?
But Israel.
Go ahead.
For as a prince hast thou power with God.
What does Israel mean?
For as a prince hast thou power with God.
You got power with God. What y'all thought y'all was just some regular old people? I know some of you built a little slinky. They ain't got a lot of muscles. But y'all strong, man. I'll take the weakest one out of here against the strongest white man in America. And just go to whooping him. We have to pull him up off of him. Why you think that the police shoot them little 12-year-old kid? Because when they see them, they see who they are. Man, that's a giant. No, he just 12. What was that, Tamir Rice, is that his name? Yeah, he had to get him 12 in a minute. Boom, 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 hold on. The other one didn't stop him or nothing because they like, and everybody like, man, that's a kid. They like, man, that mother looked like the giant to me. That's what he looked like. He looked just like the Hulk. Didn't even waste time. Soon he seen it. Because that's who you are. You feared, man. That's why they want to laugh at you. They got to laugh at you. They got to make you feel bad. They got to make you feel down. Why? Because they know darn well that these Negroes rise up. Well, let's go.
For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and hast prevailed. And Jacob asked him and said, tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, wherefore is it that thou dost ask after my name? And he blessed him there.
And he what?
And he blessed him there.
He blessed him. See, that's what y'all got to do, man. Shoot, it's a fight. We know we got to fight. We started out fighting. See, the thing about it, like I said, your father allowed you to go through the things you got to go through to strengthen you. He know the devil finna bother you. He know it. But it ain't for to destroy you. It's to make you get stronger, man.
Y'all should know that precept in Hosea, chapter 12.
Let's go get it.
Start at verse 3. We're going to read down, because he's explained, saying, if we he didn't just, because he read it 2 occasions, how Jacob had the power in the womb when he took hold of the heel, and also he had power when he wrestled the angel. Hosea explains why all the prophets knew the history. That's why we tell brothers to know your history.
Know the history.
Stephen died teaching the history of the Bible, man.
And that's all he was teaching. If y'all go and read Stephen, man, that's all he was teaching. He went and going right back to and just reading the Old Testament. Kill his niggas.
Real kills.
And they were the ones. They supposed to have known it. Go ahead.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 12 and verse 2. The Lord had also a controversy with Judah, and will punish Jacob according to his ways. According to his doings will he recompense him. He took his brother by the heel in the womb.
He said he took his brother by the heel in the womb. This is the first account of showing Jacob's power, right? Read.
And by his strength he had power with God.
You see that? That's the first account showing you how he had power with God. That's why the Lord said, I knew you before the womb. I fashioned you. I made you. I knew what you gonna be. Like I'm saying, we got to take our role back.
Take it back, man. Because you know how them twins be born, they be good, they be born, then they be 1 minute later. I'm 1 minute, 3 seconds older than him. Not hours. That nigga .008 older than us. Cause we right there. I bet they were trying their best to pull that guy down these soft stomach, boy. They was holding on. Jacob.
Just mess. Baby don't do nothing when they come out the womb. This baby got strength in his hands.
Already holding, yes. Strong, man, strong. They up there got the tongues out and everything. Esau head, that's probably why his head so long. It was a struggle trying to get him out of there. That's why them white boy heads be tall like that. They trying to yank it on. God, what's holding on? He caught on something. Yeah, he caught on you. You got it. Nah, you ain't getting out here by yourself. I'm behind you.
Come on with it. We going together. Read on up.
Verse 4, yea, he had power over the angel and prevailed.
So now this is the second time he's showing his power. He got power over the angel and prevailed. Read.
And wept and made supplication unto him. He found him in Bethel, and there he spake with us.
Because this is how he gave Jacob his blessing to give him his name Israel. That's how you get the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
It's all beginning.
This is how we get that, man. Read on.
Verse 5, even the Lord God of hosts, the Lord is his memorial.
The Lord is Jacob's memorial. That's why he got power with the Most High God. Verse 16, man. Finish it out.
Verse 6, therefore turn thou to thy God.
He said, therefore, guess what? Knowing this stuff,
yeah, boy.
Turn to your God.
All praise.
Read.
Keep mercy and judgment, and wait on thy God continually.
How long?
Continually.
Going back to what I was saying, man. Go ahead, huh?
At all time, all praise, man. Good scripture bringing that up. Good one, baby. Let's go to Luke. Let's go back to Luke. Boy, that was just one of the parts. I'm going to get to the other part. But see how we ain't even got through that, and look how much information just coming out of that when you just get to going deeper and deeper. Sometimes I don't even like looking up scriptures because I know they're going to take me deeper than I got time for. So sometimes I just read it, I go back to it later. Because I know if I start precepting, I ain't never going to stop. Go ahead. 15 and 13.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 15 and verse 13. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living.
He said, and took his journey into a far country. Meaning that he done left his daddy's house, and they done gone all mess with these other nations. Let's go to Leviticus 18 and 3. You know, left his daddy out, boy, like that. I'm gonna go get me this white girl. Then they go to prison. Good. 18.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 3. After the goings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
See, don't be doing nothing like these other people. This is Egypt. What's today's modern day Egypt? Where we at right now. He said, don't do none of this stuff that they be doing. But boy, our people try our best to, we want to be like where Esau got. He on the lifestyles of the rich and famous and showing you all that stuff. And then we just go out and, boy, I got to get that bag. I got to get that. I'm going to buy a yacht. Negroes don't even be on the water no time at all. He got one. Then we go buy the fastest car, like I'm going to get a Bugatti. For what, Negro? You cruising, driving 30 in a car to go 200. But we just chilling. I gotta do what Esau doing. I gotta get what he got. He said, don't do none of that. Church building, you ain't supposed to be going in them church buildings. They wasn't set up by God. But we be cramming up in there, knowing darn well that we ain't got. I know for a fact, man, I'm telling you, I was a deacon in the church. And knew darn well we ain't learning nothing. I told you I brought this fire I took it every time. At the end of the year, I probably got about 4 scriptures on that mug. I promise you, I didn't have. Look, 1 scripture per Sunday. Per Sunday. I'm telling y'all didn't pay attention. I paid attention. When I got out the truth, I went and got that book and looked in and said, boy, that book blank. Because day one, when I went to the Israelite school, boy, god dang. I had 2 lines. Scripture. God dang, what they doing? They trying to kill us with these. Go ahead.
And like you say, these brothers talking about they want to get the bag so bad to the point, guess what? They'll walk around with purses on.
Yeah.
So what they want the
I
bag
got
for?
the bag.
Then guess what, man? Like you say, when you go security, look at them brothers' bag, there ain't nothing in it. Like, bro, you got the bag, but what's in the bag?
Esau doing it.
You got nothing.
Esau doing it. Esau doing it.
What they got in the bag, y'all? Nothing. Like, bro, what you carrying it for? Oh,
Esau got one. Esau got
you
one.
ain't got that bag, dude.
Let's go to stay in Leviticus. Let's go. That was a law. So I don't want to. I'm pointing it out as a law because we always use the law. That's a law. Now let's go to 20 and 22.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 22. Ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them, that the land whither I bring you to dwell therein spew you not out.
Spew you not out. Because see, our land don't work. If we ain't doing right, our land don't even want us. Our land don't even work for us. What they had to do, they had to go get some, hey man, hold on, go get some of them dang on Israelites, man, bring them back over here when they went into the land. Because it wasn't working right. How y'all operate this land? See, I was like that, what's that, like a fingerprint. It don't work until we got the fingerprint put on there. But it got to have the right one. See, everybody's finger ain't going to open up the telephone. Your fingerprint will. See, our land don't work till the right fingerprint get on there. That's why they over there stealing all the dirt from Ghana in order to grow some crops. They doing all kind of stuff because it don't work for them. They know it don't work for them. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation.
Of what?
And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation.
We shouldn't even, if we shouldn't be walking into the manner, meaning we shouldn't even be looking like them. Why you think they look at us crazy when that train go by? What we got on? We ain't got no spectacular on. Because they look at the same way. We don't got these shirts. They just think we got fringes on them, boy. Make it look totally different. They stopping our train. What they doing? Look what they got on. Put on the garment. Oh, he look like a, what they call it? Ninja Turtle. Power Rangers. Yeah, Power Rangers. It don't matter. We don't look like none of that. That's all I need on that. That's a law. Go ahead. 23.
And ye should not walk in the manners of the nation, which I cast out before you.
Which I what?
Which I cast out before you.
And he cast all of them out of there. Because everybody wanted the hottest piece of land in the world. He said, don't act like, so everybody that was in there got it. Don't act like none of them. The Chinese, the Japanese, the Arabs. Don't act like none of these people. The Africans. Don't act like them. He said, don't act like none of them. Go ahead.
For they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them.
He said, I hate them. I hate them. But God don't hate them. I hate them. I don't know what y'all saying that for when God just tell y'all, I hate them.
Just abhor them.
I hate him. He's all love. I hate him. I couldn't understand that, boy. Let's go to Deuteronomy 12 and 30. This is the prodigal son, y'all. We ain't much read, huh? This how much information in this book, man.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 12 and verse 30. Take heed to thyself, that thou be not snared by the following them.
He said, take heed to thyself. Hey, come over to your people. Come back to who you are. Or you're going to get snared trying to follow them. They ain't going nowhere. They are not going nowhere. Ain't nothing in that building. Ain't nothing at that concert. You following them for? They ain't going nowhere. But to the lake of fire. And here you are. Who I'm going with y'all.
Because they make sin seem so fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. That's why it's so easy to beguile us. Because they make sin seem so fun. They put bacon on everything, making it seem like it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So many people, they put shrimp and all this different seafood out. They make it seem like it's so good.
And I used to think that stuff was so great when I was in the world, boy. You couldn't ask nobody got to eat no seafood more than me. But what's so bad? I don't miss it. I don't miss it. And you remember back, cheeseburger wasn't no cheeseburger without no bacon on it. Man. You can't tell me nothing. I need that double bacon cheeseburger. Double the bacon. Man, boy, that bug make you sick looking at it on the picture.
That baconator,
Yeah. I be at the window. I said 5 times, do not put bacon. Do not put bacon. Do not put bacon on. Because I done went off on them before when they put bacon on there. So I'm just letting them know. I done messed up too. I done went up in there, got kicked out of the store down there, about to kick everybody. Wasn't even bacon, but boy, I thought it was bacon. Sure. Thought it was bacon. You shouldn't have died.
They think they be hooking you up.
Yeah. I got gave me some bacon. That's why you got to tell them 3-4 times. Because I have told them no bacon. And what did they do? Put bacon on there.
I was with him. He told me y'all want y'all to put in jail.
Yeah.
He thought somebody put some bacon on there with some jalapenos.
They were crunchy, goddamn. Went back in there and put it. That's jalapeno.
It sounds not just jalapenos, y'all.
I done went in there. Everybody stopped in the store, boy. But let's go.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 12 and verse 30. Take heed to thyself, that thou be not snared by following them.
Uh-huh.
After that, they be destroyed from before thee.
Uh-huh.
And that thou
He said after that, they what?
After that, they be destroyed from before thee.
He said after that, they be destroyed before you. So you want to follow them? Go ahead. You're going to follow into their destruction also. Go ahead.
And that thou inquire not after their God.
Well, after what?
After their God.
After their what?
After their God.
After they God. See, we trying our best to get that. We're going to have generational wealth. No, you not. Only way you're going to get generational wealth, this is the wealth. These law, statutes, and commandments, these is generational wealth. Because if you're not doing them, you're not going to be here. This is everlasting. This is immortality. So all that stuff, that don't fall after they God. Gold, oil, and drugs, stock market. I got to get a great job. Nigga, you just need to survive right now. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with money. We all need it. I would like to have a little more. I don't need to be rich. I just need enough money so when they have feast days, guess what? I can take off when they ain't got to worry about the 8 days that I'm going to take off. I'll be back to work in 8 days. Go ahead.
Saying, how did these nations serve their God?
Don't even ask why. And I hadn't caught myself, because I always be watching them Vikings and stuff, wondering how they be serving their God. And I watched them. Then I read this. I said, man, God, I'm sorry. Because I was inquiring about how they serve their God. Go ahead.
Even so will I do likewise.
He said what?
Even so will I do likewise.
Uh-huh.
Verse 31, thou shalt not do so unto the Lord thy God. For every abomination to the Lord, which he hated, have they done unto their God.
He said don't do none of that. He said every abomination that everything God hates, they done it unto their God. Yes. They done had orgies in front of their God. Homosexuality in front of their God. He said, don't do that, man. Don't follow nothing they doing. We got to literally, boy, when Malcolm X was saying that, he was saying the most, we got to 100% separate ourselves from them. Separate ourselves. But we got them Negroes, boy. That's one thing now. We had on the Jacob's Hill, but once we was out the room, we let it go. You don't keep holding on Jacob's Hill now. I mean, on Esau's Hill. You let it go. They want to keep holding on. Where you going, Esau? I'm going with you. I'm going with you. I'm going with you.
I ain't trying to say, okay, Jacob, that's enough, man. You can let me go.
Yeah, exactly. Let me go. That day.
Okay.
And that's what they looking for, the blessing from Esau now. Nah, I take the blessing from the Most High God. Yeah, I take the one that ain't the king. Go ahead.
For even their sons and their daughters, they have burnt in the fire to their gods.
Mm-hmm. They doing it right now. What's that owl down there in Bohemian Garden? Got it on your bill too. And when that dude got in there, what were they doing? Sacrificing the child. How come nobody got arrested for that? They heard the baby crying. Well, nobody. Nobody go and investigate that. Come on. They can't go investigate. But y'all better not with them. Let's find one of y'all in the Bohemian Garden.
You said a lot of times. I know brothers may not pay attention to it, even with Drake. I know how y'all see him wearing that owl.
Mm-hmm.
Like it says, all type of symbolisms. Even on the Jordans that he wear, the OVO. The OVO symbolizes the owls of the owl. I mean, the eyes of the owl.
Mm-hmm.
It's all type of symbolism. Even in the cartoons. You know, I watched this one, even with that, talking about owls and so forth. So they subtly put it in every facet of society.
Yeah.
From the cartoons to entertainment to all types of stuff. Dollar bills, like I can point it to.
And it's a bird of the night. It's a bird of the night.
You like Clipper? Big red dog. You big red dog.
Big, you ain't lying, boy. I didn't think about you. No doubt. He wasn't the big blue one. He the big red. Big red. I didn't even think about that thing.
That's why Job referenced that in the book of Job. I'm a brother to dragons and a companion to owls.
Mm-hmm.
Other stuff is that's some deep, deep stuff. Most High God has given us hints.
And Joe, and he knew. That's the Most High letting us see it right then and there. But see, we don't think about stuff. What I just told him earlier. What is this? We was always talking about this is a thinking man's game. See, everything, you just can't nonchalant pass by everything that's going on. You can't nonchalant look at the news and think that's just the news. You need to think about what's going on. That's why you need to be in your Bible. Because I can promise you, whatever's going on is in here. It's a thinking game. You idle minds, you ain't going to get it. Wake him up. You idle minds, you're not going to get it. See, your eyes start falling asleep in your other mind. You gotta keep your mind moving. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 12, and verse 32.
Yeah. Read that
What things soever I command you, observe to do it.
Uh-huh. Read that again.
What things soever What things soever I command you, observe to do it.
Observe to do it. Look at this in this Bible and start doing it. Ain't no plaything. That's what they trying to get us to do. The Christians coming at us with that snow cab alone, dude, he come at us with that bull crap to stop you from doing what God told you to do. The FBI, and boy, that man worked for the FBI. That man, you got it? Yeah, that man worked for the FBI. Now, if the FBI sent him out to go against Israelites, what does that let you know about what's going on with American society? To send the FBI? We ain't out here with no guns. Why the FBI involved? We done spotted the FBI. We know they watching us. But when now you gonna send somebody, an agent, to come against this? So what do you know that you ain't telling the public? What does he know about you that y'all don't know? He know what the Bible says about you, Negro. You too damn strong. And if y'all come together, we done. We done. The FBI. Wait, I wish y'all could get this video. He got it because he sent it to me. And I had thought about that when you really think about it. Why? And then these other Negroes running around following. This man getting paid by the FBI. He was like, I'd be happy to do it. So a lot of time when you even hear him talk about history, that ain't he ain't study that. These are weapons they trying to load him up with. Tell him this. And they like, dang, they probably took him off the market right now, but he get lost every time he done ran up against either one of them. I mean, no matter what camp he went to. I don't even want to debate him. We don't even want to talk to you no more. But we're going to go to the next one while you get that video. Let's go to Jeremiah 10 and 1. Everybody should know this one.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Do what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
It ain't even saying don't even do what they doing. He said don't even learn what they doing. Don't even try to sit down and try to figure out, okay, I don't care what they do. I don't want to hear why they celebrate Christmas. I don't want to hear why they celebrate Easter. Because all of it is a lie.
And like we say, what we got coming up tomorrow, Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what they got coming up tomorrow. Like we say, we want to see a sister secretly posting stuff in a slick damn way like brothers don't know what the hell it means. Oh, I'm just going to do this on my day. You know, I'm not celebrating it, y'all, but, you know, they try to fix words to
Change
make
it around. Happy baby
slicker,
carrying
right?
day.
You know, for real, any type of way. To secretly celebrate that. Y'all, hey, it may be easy for some sisters, but some sisters may struggle with that thing, man. You know, we got some sisters may struggle with keeping their birthdays and so forth. So, Easter, brothers, hey, everybody got their own thing that they struggle with.
Well, praise.
Like, it's just like I said, why I'm going to truth. They saying Mother's Day, like mothers don't have a day every day. Like the Most High God has said that even when y'all make it to the kingdom, y'all feet won't even touch the ground, man. That's way better than Mother's Day every day, man. It's just keeping God's commandments, man. It's our strength, though. You know, a lot of times our sisters, we look at it. Happy Mother's Day. What is Happy Mother's Day? Mother who? Because guess what? The mothers did, our forefathers had, guess what? They raped our mother.
Oh, God.
So now they're going to give you a day to say, oh, happy Mother's Day so you can be happy now. No. That's what we want. A day this so we can be happy. No, it's just another way to so you go spend some more money out your pocket, man.
Mm-hmm.
Save your money for the feast day, man. Turn up on the feast day.
No doubt. No doubt. Let's go to finish out the Jeremiah.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 2. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
And what?
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Quit worrying about your God doing zodiac. Because how many people in the truth still be, I don't even, the Negro, Leo, they liars. But I know some God doing Tauruses that lie, and some Aries that lie. In fact, all 12 signs lie. Oh, those sneaky. All of them sneaky. Dude. Go ahead.
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them.
They love that. Giving y'all a horoscope. Then y'all lie to yourself all day. Yeah, it said I'm this and that and that and that. You know darn well you ain't none of that. Because tomorrow is something else. And we be lying. Yeah, that's me. And they lie to me every time you look at it. All that money I'm supposed to be there and God ain't got a dime of that thing. I'm sitting up there every day. I know somebody finna give me some money today. The horoscope told me. And we believe that stuff, man. We believe it. Man, we was believing that. That was the thing. He had the song, I don't care if you was a Virgo. I would love that boy. And we were loving it. I'm a Virgo. Ooh.
No, you remember, I know they remember this song. My name Larry. And I'm a
Yeah. That was part of the game. What's your sign, girl? And he just knew he liked it because he asked you your sign. And we be loving that stuff. We love it. Carl and Cleo, a lot of us went broke. Every night, Cleo said, then found out Cleo was a fraud.
Then when they found out she's a fraud, then what? They reformed it and they brought her back again.
And I saw the commercial up there. They got a California. They got a whole stack of them in California. You can call. They waiting by the phone.
Just like even Jimmy Swagger. Y'all remember Jimmy Swagger?
Mm-hmm.
They said he was a fraud. They brought him back to life.
And repackaged him, brought him back.
I'm gonna love Jimmy Swagger.
Yes,
I hate that.
Let's go ahead. Finish that out.
Verse 3, for the customs of the people are vain.
They what?
For the customs of the people are vain.
You ain't getting nothing out of it. I can promise you that. You ain't getting nothing out of it. It's like they used to have Mother's Day, boy. Ain't no, these Negroes ain't got no money to go buy mama nothing. They going to go kick it at the park with mama. They need $20 to go get the bill.
They just go smoke that gas, mama.
This mama gas. It ain't. Let's go.
For one cutteth a tree.
No, we don't even need to go ahead and finish it up, though.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
We just need, y'all know what that going to. They just let you know, look, none of that stuff they got going on ain't nothing. It ain't no good. It's vain. It means nothing. It does nothing. Like your brother said, all they're doing is, that's why they got something every month for you. They got something every time you turn around. Boy, you don't even get to Christmas yet, and they are before you, like when they just had the Easter stuff. That stuff been out right as soon as the what you call it other stuff. Valentine's Day was over with. They had Easter bunnies all over the goddamn stove. Before the Easter bunnies, they look, we finna have a whole lot. Labor Day, All of that. Memorial. Flowers sitting out right now for you to go put on the graveyard. They already, and they gonna be dead, so you just gonna put some dead flowers on a dead body. They already selling them to you. They getting ready for you every month.
And who memorial is that? It's not memorial by our people. It's not memorial blowing up trumpets.
Right.
So who memorial is that for? Them Edomites on that wall that they going to see the memorial. They flying and just over before they fallen soldiers, man. It ain't our memorial. The Lord gave you a memorial blowing
and we
trumpets.
read it earlier. We read it earlier when you said the Most High is our memorial. Isn't that what we read earlier? But they got a day for all that stuff. All it is a break. We spending money on a day, but we just be blowing money, but we spend some money, boy. Ain't got no money, but we spend it all that we got.
But following them, the Lord called this a disease, man. Because everything that the Lord gives us, and that we walk after them. Matter of fact, let's go get it right quick. Go to Ecclesiastes chapter 6, right quick, verse 1. We'll read verse 1 and 2. The Lord called this an evil disease, matter of fact. Then when we walking after them, man, right? Following their custom just to trying to get ahead in this life.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6 and verse 1. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men.
Because this evil that the Lord talking about, this is common among men, man. Read.
A man to whom God had given riches.
A man whom God had given riches. Read.
Wealth and honor. So that he wanted nothing for his soul, for all that he desired.
So guess what? The Lord gave this man everything. He ain't desired nothing. Read on.
Yet God given him not power to eat thereof.
But what?
But a stranger eateth it.
Because guess what? All the glory and the money that the Lord give you, guess what happened? Walking out to other nations, a stranger.
They eating it. They eating it. They eating it. I'm glad you said that.
This is the curses that we in. Right? Read on.
This is vanity.
The Lord said what?
This is vanity.
This stuff is vanity, man. Read.
And it is an evil disease.
The Lord called this an evil disease. To see this, man. This is an evil disease, man. This is what Solomon was breaking down, how we will follow other gods, follow the other nations. This was an evil disease. That's why the Lord said it was coming. Why was it coming? It was coming since the beginning. When Adam and Eve, when Eve followed the other nation, then Adam followed the other nation. That's why it's so common. It's been like this since the beginning. Go ahead, huh?
Let's go to Judges chapter 10 and verse 11. This is more on what he just brought out.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 10 and verse 11. And the Lord said unto the children of Israel, Did not I deliver you from the Egyptians, and from the Amorites, and from the children of Ammon, and from the Philistines, the Zidonians also, and the Amalekites, and the Manoahites, did oppress you, and ye cried to me, and I delivered you out of their hands.
And first you followed all of them too. You followed every last one of them until you realized you weren't getting them. Every time we go into captivity, we follow behind whoever took us in captivity, thinking they gonna bless us with something. Then when we realize we don't get nothing, then we get to crying to God, God, they ain't give me nothing. That's why he read what he read over there. And he just read that scripture. They ain't give me nothing. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Yet ye have forsaken me, and served other gods.
You what?
Ye have forsaken me, and served other gods. Wherefore will I deliver you no more.
He said, I'm tired of delivering y'all, man. God dang you. Once I had to go back and repent. And he was like, I'm done with y'all. Y'all always following after all these other stuff that they never got y'all nothing. They took you into captivity and you still trust them more than me. That's crazy. That is a crazy thing right there. That's the same way when they came out of Moses. When they came out, and them something gonna talk about. We'd rather be back in slavery than you're sorry, Negro. Because you gotta provide for yourself. You don't want you rather for the you go ahead and whoop me in the back, just give me a sandwich. Because I don't want to go get my own food. Even though I'm richer than the people who have it. Man, y'all hear this? Think about it. This Negro, boy, this us. Because we do this same thing today.
That's a spell on us, man.
Yeah, it is.
That is, man. And just think about it, all the technology and everything out here, right? If you want to grow a garden, you can literally look on YouTube and it'll teach you how to grow a garden, and we refuse to do it. It literally teach you how to do a lot of stuff. Guess what the other nations do? Guess what? They take their time, they look it up, and they'll go do it. Us, well, we ain't gonna do nothing. Long when Master give it to us, we good with it. Long Master give it to us. We want to eat. We microwave thinking. We want it right here, right now, real fast, instead of working that thing, man. Guess what? That's why the Lord said, newsflash, you want to make it to the kingdom, you got to work for it.
You gotta work. You gotta work. That one time he said, do the work and work. Oh, that's what's I was reading that the other day. Let's go 14. Verse 14.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 10 and verse 14. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation.
Go on. Don't let Esau deliver you. Don't let that white Jesus up there deliver you. Oh, Jesus. Still ain't got us nowhere. We've been Jesusing it up around here.
There's something about that name, bro.
Shoot, call them niggas Young Jesus because we've been Jesusing it up. That's all we do. Oh, Jesus, and it ain't did nothing. That's like on that good time. I've been praying to this white Jesus. They ain't did nothing. But boy, when they had got the real one on the wall, boy, they were getting blessings everywhere they turned, boy. Even over there was the wino. Even though he looked like the wino. But that's, you know what's funny? Because that's the same thing they said that Yahweh was. But go ahead. Y'all go ahead and keep worshiping their gods. Go ahead and keep doing what they doing. Go ahead and keep trying to be like them. You ain't going to get nothing. We living proof. We already know. Because all of us in here try to be like them, try to get something like them. And guess what? God is going to push us into this building. But we realize, man, we ain't got nothing. But we think we got something, we just get a house.
Just think about it. Just like, let's go touch on 2 Corinthians chapter 11, man. Just touch it. Because when you're doing that, like you say, you receive another spirit, man. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, and verse, I think, 3.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ.
Because guess what? Just like the other nations has tricked Eve in subtlety, this is the same way they're going to try to do us with Christ, man. With our own Lord and Savior.
And it says simplicity. This is how simple it is. Real, they got our people believing he white when they read in here he black.
Read on.
Verse 4. For if he that cometh preaches another Yahushua, whom we have not preached,
whom the Bible don't talk about, read,
or if you receive another spirit,
because that's what comes onto you when you preaching another Christ that they don't have, man.
Another spirit.
I don't care what color he is. Guess what? The Bible don't say that. That means you're gonna respect me. You trying to go and receive another spirit. Okay. Oh well. My Christ love everybody. Well, guess what? You going saying something that the Bible not saying. You receive another spirit.
Another spirit, man.
It don't say that. We got to believe on him as the scriptures have said, man, according to the Bible, man. Right? Read.
which ye have not received,
Uh-huh.
or another gospel, which ye have not accepted,
Uh-huh.
ye might bear well with him. So like, ye might well bear with him.
Uh-huh. Read on.
For I suppose I was not a whit behind the very chiefest apostle.
Because guess what, man? Just like us, man, we not gonna stand behind. We going to preach another
Gospel, yeah.
No, I'm not
with it.
I'm not with that
I
one,
don't
man.
give a dang how long you been there, how long you know. You've been in 30 years, but that right there is not according to
That
this.
song sound good. Something about the name of Jesus. It sound real good. It sound good, don't it? You know, we have all these people in the church singing it, man.
Singing it.
They have what Fred Hammond or something up there singing, man. Guess what? Everybody got what crying them tears out, and they got another spirit on them because they ain't teaching the same Christ that we know, not the same Yahushua that we know. They not teaching them. And guess what? Guess what that means? They not teaching the word of God that we know.
Exactly.
That's
And every time they think of saying Jesus, I promise you, because it took me a long time to get that image out of my head. That white image is in their mind. That's something, boy. That's a struggle dang near all the time. You gotta shake your head when you think. That's good. All praise. Let's go to Psalms 106 and 33.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 33. Because they provoked his spirit, so that he spake unadvisedly with his lips. They did not destroy the nation concerning whom the Lord commanded them.
See, a lot of time when the Most High was telling us to get away from them other people, and he told us to destroy them. That's what he told us when we got in the land. Take everybody out. What we do? Let some chill with them, kick with them, marry with them.
Like, come take my sister, just don't kill her. Like, what's your sister? Oh, yeah, sister, look all right. Here you go. But we know Jacob got a problem with women, man.
Yeah.
Jacob men, but we love some women. We do. Guess what? We love some women so much. Guess what? It's got an account of our forefather in the scripture.
Judah himself.
Genesis chapter 38.
Judah himself.
He went to go buy some. And you want to buy some women body parts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he went to go buy some.
My daddy was a hoe.
Yeah, he was. Love some women, man. They ain't taking nobody look at. Why you think Esau can get us? We looking at the woman, man. That woman, get what? They had that little old, we try to what we call them snow bunnies, man. No, that's a snow dog, man. No, we ain't gonna go no snow dogs, man.
And then that's one thing you realize when you get in this truth, boy, keep looking to them. Because you think that man wicked, boy. If he said our women wicked in Israel, imagine what that thing is.
Why you think Deuteronomy 7:3 said, for they will turn you away from following me?
Yes.
He said he didn't say might. He said they will.
Got the smartest, besides Yahushua, the most knowledgeable man on the planet. Who knew everything about God's laws and still said, I know I ain't supposed to be doing this. He said, you want a bull? Build a one. Not only did he have a builder one, he went and worshiped with the boy. See, I keep that big eye on that white girl. That white girl got the big eye on everything you got.
That's why they remember the little Edomite girl used to come downtown. She just come down trying to seduce.
Yes, yeah.
Y'all remember her? Just come downtown. She trying to seduce, bro. Like man, we ain't looking at you, man. Get your butt on,
Then
man.
straight said, I don't like what he teaches, but I like him.
Get your butt on,
You don't like me. I can promise you. I get that microphone up where I go off on him, man. No, I don't want you to like me. That's how y'all should be doing. They look at you and smile, just do like,
So what man?
give them the ugliest look.
Gets no play over here, man.
Give them the ugliest look. Man, nah, you let them know. No. That's what they do. They fiend for y'all. They fiend for you Negroes.
And get what?
They
Like,
trying to tear you down.
it's just like Ox said, and I'm gonna tell you something. Long time he told me a long time ago, and I was like, yeah, he true about that. They don't want to be with a black man because you ain't got nothing to offer. What you gonna offer her? You ain't got nothing to offer. The so-called Edomites, they got everything. They own everything. That's what they want. Get what they want. What's between your legs? They just like black men private parts, man. They just like black women private parts. That's all they want.
They infatuated with the color. That's why I don't care what that man think he got that white woman on his hand. I can promise you, while he going down the street with that dog is sniffing everything else that went past him.
Right, man. You want everything.
I can promise you that. They like, it don't matter what black skin it is. Ooh, there's another one. Ooh, look at them. Watch them. Watch them. That's why Negroes got a strong leash on the white girl when they go downtown. Come here.
Come on, they hold on to them. They ain't
Damn
gonna
well.
grab my head. Come on, girl. They know this dog want everything, man. That dog ain't eat, man.
No dog. Learn a new one. Let's go there and say a song. We still that song. Go ahead.
The book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 35. But were mingled among the heathen and learned their work.
And what?
And learned their
and
work.
They learned their work. We were mingled among the heathen and we started learning everything they do. That's what we do right now as a nation of people. Go ahead.
And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them.
Which was a what?
Which were a snare
which
unto
was
them.
a snare unto them. A snare. There ain't nothing good coming from none of these other people. Nothing. So I don't give a dang what y'all talking about. But some of them know nothing coming from none of them. They all idol worship. Dumb dogs. Go ahead.
Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils.
That's why you see them on TV. They don't care if their daughters on there, butt naked on there. They in Hollywood. They making money. They'll sacrifice their daughters. They'll sacrifice their sons. They'll have them doing whatever it takes to get us there. And here our people come right behind them, following them, trying to be like they are.
And guess what? And the prime example is who? Dwayne Wade.
Exactly.
Little boy. That's why the Bible tells us to train up a child in the way he should go, man. Guess what, man? You done been around boys that got a little effeminate a little bit, but guess what? It's up to the man to train them down, bro. You're not going to live your life like that, man. And that's how we teach our children, man. But guess what? In Dwayne Wade, guess what he do? He letting a little 12-year-old boy make his own decision on how he's supposed to be in his life. When do you get a decision? That's why when my boys coming up, guess what happened? I don't ask them what they want to eat. I'm going to go get them what they going to eat.
Exactly. That's what they eat.
It ain't no choice. No, I make the rules here. When you get older, get your children, you make your own rules.
Y'all doing right.
Here, no. It don't go that way.
Because if he'd have been my son, he would have been bisexual. Part man and part 15-inch boot. Try to put this up far up in him, it'd been growing on him. Because like I said, you gonna be who God made you. And that's what the brother said. He letting you know our people follow right behind him and doing what they do. Because that ain't even in our culture. You remember when the gay dude was in the neighborhood, you didn't know he was gay till he got grown. Because he couldn't do that. He couldn't come out.
No.
He couldn't come out. He have a name, Punk Senior. Then we had one in the neighborhood, Punk Senior. When everybody found out who he was, that was his name. And we didn't have that in our people.
Well, because guess what? They were trying. If they was there, guess what? We knew, everybody kind of knew that boy was kind of good. But he didn't come out. And guess what? And he'll fight you over there too. You call him that. You see what I'm saying? That's how that went.
Now I am it.
What they say? They hide it not, though.
They hide it not.
Not right here now. They don't hide it. You know what? You can't say GAYLJLDJMTMF. You can't say none of them.
They're gonna tell you
Guess
can't.
what?
You don't need the alphabets along.
And they'll be surprised they don't ban this video.
Hey, I probably. I gotta tell the truth. I understand that.
Guess what? Why all of a sudden I can stream some on the TV? Here come I'm talking about old Slick Malone. I can't even stream that on
won't even let
TV.
you come on there.
All of a sudden I'm talking about I tried about 15 times. All of a sudden now it don't work. Come on, man. You think they ain't watching, they ain't in tune? They can turn off anybody's device. How you think everybody can get a mass alert right now and everybody's phone go ding,
At the same time, yeah.
They controlling every aspect of what you do.
Why do you think they made it where you can't take the battery out yourself?
For real, man.
Now you ain't gonna turn this off, man.
No.
We need to know where you at.
But guess what? It don't matter. Your phone can die right now. You
And
gonna
they
commit a murder. They still know where you at. If that phone is in your pocket.
Yep.
They got you. You can't get away from them, man. Why you think they letting the iPhone charge up so quick now, man? Because it never was dead in the first place.
Hurry
man.
up. Hurry up. They be like, hurry up and get your butt back in line. We need to see where you at.
We need to see. We got to have.
Let's go. Let's go to finish it out, huh?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter
That's Psalm
106.
106 while we busting it out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 37. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils and shed innocent blood.
They what?
And shed innocent
They
blood.
doing it right to this day. Go ahead.
Even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Cain. And the land was polluted with blood.
Just like this land right here, polluted with blood, man. Go ahead.
Verse 39. Thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a-whoring with their own invention.
Boy, cable TV, the internet, all they inventions, boy, they whoring with it. OnlyFans, Instagram, Facebook. They whoring with it. I hear that dudes all the time used to say that. Man, that ain't no but a dating site. They whoring with their inventions, man.
And then that lets you know what? That people be lying, talking about, oh yeah. And we already know, but yeah, the Lord made me gay. I was gay when I know you wasn't. You went up with your own, you went home with your own invention. The Lord made you gay. No, he didn't. That's your invention. That's the world invention that you don't see. That's your mom and your dad not giving a damn what you're looking at, what you're watching, what you're listening to. And now your own inventions have got you to thinking, oh, you like girls because you're a girl. Oh, I like boys, I'm a boy.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go. Keep going on that. Watch this 106. Ain't no joke, Mark.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 40. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people.
That's why the Most High God mad at us right now. Go ahead.
Insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance.
He what?
He abhorred his own inheritance.
He got to the point he hated us. God damn these Negroes. Well, I would say something. But I ain't gonna do it. Thought about that time. Go ahead.
And he gave them into the hand of the heathen.
What?
And he gave them into the hand of the heathen. And they that hated them ruled over them.
The ones that hated us ruled over. We done hated that. We got precepts for all that. That's why I said I wanted to read this 106 because, boy, I was like, man, I kept going. I was like, shoot, I can't just stop there.
So how do you think they're going to have our best interest if they hate us?
They hate us. God keep telling me your enemies. They hate you. Nah, but some of them like me. They hate you.
Oh, well, look, Johnny, he cool, though. He ain't like the rest of them. He was raised around
Johnny hate you.
I'm going to say he hate us, man.
Care what Johnny, how cool he is. Soon as things get bad, Johnny will leave you there by yourself. Give a dang. I seen that dude that was hanging out with them gangsters. As soon as they got busted, boy, that was on, First 48. White boy went there and told on every last one of them Negroes. And he got the less time. Even the other dude who didn't do nothing, that was right there with him, got another 12 extra years than what he got. But he was cool. They let him, man. Go ahead,
Verse 42. Their enemies also oppressed them, And they were brought into subjection under their hand.
Under their hand. Go ahead.
Many times did he deliver them.
Many times did he deliver us out of this. Go ahead.
But they provoked him with their counsel.
Uh-huh.
And were brought low for their iniquity.
They provoked him with their counsel. Yeah, when you go to that court system, that's what I said, getting in the system, yeah, you're going to get their counsel. Even when you get out. I took probation. Negro, you taking their counsel.
Because guess what? And even now, some of our own people trying to do what? Counsel among to try to get you a poor.
Exactly.
Man. Your family, your friends will love nothing more for you to go back to the world.
That's exactly what they do. And now counsel come together, can't wait till you walk in the aisle. Because all of them been talking about you before you got there.
Man,
He over there with them Israelite boys.
Here you come.
And when you come right in the door, here they are. I got you a birthday gift.
Mama, everybody. Mama, daddy, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, everybody.
When you're in the world, they didn't buy you nothing. Now you're in the truth, they want everybody come with all kind of pretty rap gifts. Here you go. You take that money back. I hope you get the receipt. Let's go.
Nevertheless, he regarded their affliction.
He what?
Nevertheless, he regarded their affliction.
Uh-huh.
When he heard their cry.
The boy just like the Most High, boy. I'm tired of him. I hate my inheritance, boy. I made this for him to do this. And even then, he still said, I'm going to have mercy. God. Woo. That's hard. Y'all better be glad I ain't God. I'd have started over. I'd have just trust the world. Get a new piece of paper.
We all do a basketball move, just gonna
shoot that mug out of darkness. Boy. Let's go.
And he remembered for them his covenant.
Uh-huh.
And repented according to the multitude of his mercy.
Man, he had to turn back and go, man. Repented and came back to his mercy. Man, I'm merciful, man. I did say I'd be merciful. Go ahead.
He made them also to be pitied of those that carried them captive.
Uh-huh.
Save us,
Uh-huh.
O Lord our God,
Uh-huh.
and gather us from among the heathen,
Uh-huh.
to give thanks unto thy holy name, and to triumph in thy praise.
Man, all praises, man. All praises. Let's go to Luke chapter 15, verse 14. See how I started out with the prodigal son? This is what I got out of it. I ain't even, we just still reading the prodigal son. That's what I told you, the Bible can go. When you want to get into it and start going, it'll go. It'll go. He said, have your belly flowing with what? Water. Living water. When have you ever seen a river just stop? And just cut off? It'll keep flowing. You got to get into it. I know some of y'all scared of water. Get a life jacket. God dang it, get in this Bible. Float on down that river.
A lot of us ain't been on the boats and they brought us on the slaves.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's a boat.
Yeah, but you want to get back in that water.
Right water.
Yeah, the right water. You're exactly right. Go ahead. 15 and 14.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 15 and verse 14. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in the land.
I'm going to start breaking this down instead of going to a lot of the scripture. We stayed a lot in that, and I know I want to have y'all. I can go another hour on this thing. Go ahead.
And he began to be in want. And he went.
He said, first of all, you read that first 14 again. I'm sorry.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 15 and verse 14. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in the land.
Uh-huh.
And he began to be in want.
He did what? First of all, he spent all. Who that sound like? Who that sound like? We spend it, boy. I'm going to spend all day. I get another check next week. We don't save nothing. Then when we save it, we spend all that on something. Shoot, I wouldn't have bought me a truck. Then you back broke. Then you got a truck. Then your truck break down. That's how we are. This same thing. This same people do it.
Verse 15. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country.
Now, when we was talking about that part about Esau, now we see in the two kingdoms here. The brother also that was in front is now that's the one brother and it's the other brother. The two kingdoms. Go ahead.
And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in the land, and he began to be in want. And when he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him unto his fields to feed swine.
That boy, now look, he done spent over there, all them niggas right around him. Yeah, baby. All the drinks on me. They follow him everywhere he go. He partying. They right there with him. Long as he got that money. Soon as his money gone, and he done spent it on all them. Probably the dude right there who he at this house. He ain't even gonna give him nothing to eat. You gotta go out there and eat with the pigs. The same dude who was getting the drinks that he was buying. It's the same dude that was, I'll take a lap dance. But now it's a famine. And I can't get none of that. Nah, but you go out there with the pig eating, they eat. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat.
That what?
That the swine did eat. And no man gave unto him.
So all them people said everybody was around. Nobody wanted to give to him, but he was kicking it. They was around when he was kicking it though. When he had that loot spinning it.
That sounds like your homeboys in the world.
Exactly like your homeboys in the world.
You on the weekend, you buy big bottles. Long as the drink there, they gonna drink with you. Drink on all
yeah, it's time to go.
It's getting late. But wait, about 4 o'clock in the evening, I still get late. Drink on.
All that. Your money gone. And then you done bought everybody Jordans. And the money gone. They all walking out with them Jordans on. And then they stole yours. And you got on flip-flops, they all left out here with Jordan.
Those little prison flip-flops.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And when he came to himself.
What? Wait a minute. What?
And when he came to himself.
When he did what?
And when he came to himself.
Think about it. He was just sitting there with them hogs and that pig, boy. He about to eat that and pick that up. Man, hold on. Hold on, man. God, I know that. He came to himself.
Yeah, well, in the Old Testament, what they say, he beat himself.
Yeah, and give me 1 King 8:47.
He beat.
Gotta go there. I know I gotta go there. That's what he did.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 47. Yet, if they shall bethink themselves.
See, he had to bethink himself. Go ahead.
In the land whether I carried them captive.
See that? Now he captive because he ventured out. I'm going over here. Yeah, you captive over there now. Go ahead.
And repent.
And do what?
And repent.
And now he had to think about it. Hey, man, wait a minute. I got to think about this and repent. Go ahead.
And make supplication unto thee.
In
the land of them that carried them captive, saying, we have sinned and have done perversely. We have committed wickedness.
And that's what we need to be doing now. Better be thank yourself. Who is you? Did we just read all the attributes of your daddy? The one that wrestled with an angel? And here you are about to eat with the hog. How? The king of everything is going to eat with the hog. Go back. Let's go back.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 15 and verse 17. And when he came to himself, he said, how many hired servants of my fathers have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger.
Now you're thinking about, oh, whoa, before I ate that, wait a minute. God dang. He said, shoot, it's better to be a servant in my dad's house than to be out here with these wicked Negroes, with these wicked people, with Esau, with the Hamites, with the Ammonites, the Japanese, the Chinese, the Arabs. They don't give a damn about me. I'll go back home and do, and the service eat better than what I was finna eat. I asked my dad if I can be a servant. Go ahead.
Verse 18, and I will arise and go to my father, and will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven.
He said what?
I have sinned against heaven.
The same thing we had just read about. He confessed, hey, I sinned. I went out there, nigga, I blew all your money. I bought all your stuff, and I ain't got nothing to show for it. I don't got nothing to show for it. Go ahead.
And before thee, and am no more worthy to be called thy son.
He said, man, I done did so wrong, boy. I wouldn't even call me your son. Better yet, you got a bottle of penicillin? That's how bad I was. I was out there bad, Daddy. Go ahead.
Make me as one of thy hired servants.
Let me just work for you, man. Let me just work for you. But you got to be humble enough to come back like that. See, we got too much pride. We can't come back. We all that. Nigga, you ain't all that if you was about to eat the same thing the hog was eating. Go ahead.
Verse 20, and he arose and came to his father. But when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion.
See, when you get ready to turn around, the Most High see you, whoa, he coming, hey, he ain't wait till you get to the house. He gonna meet you there before you get there. He there. He ain't wait for you to come. Look at my son coming down the road. What is that? You ain't got to run to your daddy running to you. When you decide to turn around and do what he say do. When you decide, I'm going back home.
Right.
Go ahead, huh?
The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
What?
Seek him 10 times more.
Seek him 10 times more. Man, you better get back to this house, man. Don't go to the house and get on the couch and looking for the remote. You better go back like your son did. Whatever. Hey, man, I'll be a servant. Whatever you got. I need to do whatever it is in there. Don't go there. Don't do that old lazy Negro stuff. Come up in the man's house, sitting all on the couch. Got his remote. You watching Days of Our Lives. He don't watch that. Wait till this go off. Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 15 and verse 20. And he arose and came to his father. But when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion and ran.
Same thing our father had for us. He had compassion and he ran. Most I said, I'm running to you if you would just turn and come towards me. Come to this truth. Come to my law. Go ahead.
And fell on his neck and kissed him. And the son said unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight, and am no more worthy to be called thy son.
Now the whole thing, one of these things that's going into also is the split between the kingdom, because this is who? The son that went out, who was that? Northern kingdom. Remember, Israel stayed keeping this commandment, remember? So I can't get too deep because we done went, otherwise I had you here for a while. You see what I'm saying? With this is going, remember how we, look how this little bit, this parable went through a whole lot of stuff, man. Just that parable. And I know some of y'all ain't heard that parable like that. But we ain't even through with it. We ain't broke it down all the way like we can. Go ahead.
Verse 22. But the father said to his servants, bring forth the best robe and put it on him.
Do what?
Bring forth the best robe and put it on him.
He ain't, not only is he going to bless him, because I remember when Jeroboam was dealing with your boy, Jeroboam had to ask that dude before he talked. That's why they had to shut down the minute they started. He was asking him, where are the two kingdoms in the New Testament? Y'all remember that?
And when did Christ put them back together?
And then he asked them again. And he asked them again. Why? Because one thing he knew, when we see from the jump, you already beat. He already knew they were defeated. That's why they didn't answer. They were defeated from them. That's one of the smartest moves I ever seen. Because this ended right now. So whatever y'all going through, you got, let's go back to, you can always say, let's go back to them. Because then that'll sum up what it's all talking about. When you're talking about these Gentiles and non-Gentiles. What they trying to make the story out of. Because then all that goes back to what? The Old Testament. Boy, let's go.
Verse 22. But the father said to his servants, bring forth the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand and shoes on his feet, and bring hither the fatted calf and kill it.
Yeah, look, they was look all that stuff, but you done gave up everything. But your father's so merciful. Yeah, now you got some Jordan now. You had to walk all the way back home in them sandals. It ain't even no bottom on. The only thing you got now is when you get back to the house, that long walk, is that little rubber between the toes that's sticking up. They ain't put some new shoes back on your feet.
Verse 22 is going into what? Putting on the best robe is him what? Putting back on the commandments. Verse 23 is then what? Sacrificing a calf for what? For repentance.
The Habashah.
It said, bring hither the fatted calf and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. Meaning he repented for his sins on a deeper level.
Let's read it, because I'm not going to go through. I got plenty of what's name, but we're going to read it now.
Verse 24, for this my son was dead.
He said what?
For this my son was dead.
And y'all was dead before you got in the truth. But now that you done came back to his law, statutes, and commandments, you got what? Life. And life more abundant. See, they use them words in church, but they ain't using them the right way. They ain't telling you the story behind it. They ain't telling you who you are. They ain't showing the power you got. Because the pastor got all the power in the church. That's why we tell you, you got power. And you got power, sister. Go ahead.
And is alive again.
And what?
And is alive again.
You alive again. Go ahead.
He was lost and is found.
He was what?
He was lost and is found.
And that's who the Most High, Yahweh Shai, Matthew 15:24 was saying. I only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Not the whole world. Read.
And they began to be merry. Now his elder son was in the field. And as he came and drew nigh to the house, he heard music and dancing.
Here's the old southern kingdom. Same thing, they got jealous when he brought in back in the Gentiles, right? Same thing going on here. What's all that music going on? Who playing music?
Did nobody tell me you having something today?
No doubt. Who throwing a party? Go ahead.
And he called one of the servants and asked what these things meant. And he said unto him, thy brother is come, and thy father had killed the fatted calf, because he had received him safe and sound.
He said, oh yeah.
And he was angry and would not go in.
He was what?
And he was angry and would not go in.
Give me that should not vex Israel.
Hosea, Jeremiah.
What?
Judah should vex Israel. What is it? Let's see if they got it.
Come on, one of y'all. I don't got it. My mind gone. Go ahead.
What is it?
Somebody? No, 11, 13. Oh, shit, 11. Read it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11 and verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
And this is what we talking about when we going back over here. Because what did he do? Judah. Man, the same thing they did when he was bringing the northern kingdom back. Y'all see how much information in that one little parable? Y'all think y'all through? Man, y'all ain't never going to be through studying. Let's go back.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 15 and verse 27. And he said unto him, Thy brother is come, and thy father had killed the fatted calf, because he had received him safe and sound.
Safe and sound. Go ahead.
And he was angry and would not go in. Therefore came his father out and entreated him.
And what?
And entreated him.
And what?
And entreated
His
him.
father came out and entreated him. His father came out and entreated him. He had to come out and let him know. Say, man, you should just be happy your damn brother back. That's why we read the other one. What he just said in Isaiah 11:13. Go ahead.
Verse 29, and he answering said to his father, Lo, these many years do I serve thee, neither transgressed I at any time thy commandment, and yet thou never gavest me a kid, that I might make merry with my friends.
How come you didn't have no party for me? I've been here all this time. Judah, we think we done something, we done woke up.
Then what? That's what you're supposed to be doing.
That's exactly what you're supposed to be
That's what
doing.
you're supposed to do. Why would we have to sacrifice for something that you didn't do wrong? Well, there is no law, there is no sin.
But here
You
we
ain't
are.
did nothing wrong, so why would I have to sacrifice for you?
That
Makes
nigga
no
went
sense.
out, spent all his money, you finna party for that nigga? Them guys doing Northern Kingdom and went all over there and worship every god around the world. They ain't even woke up yet, and you finna let them in the kingdom? Yes, he is.
Real, man. It goes into the penny parable.
Oh, yeah. The one penny. Yeah, if you got it, you can bring it up. If not, let's go.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 15 and verse 30. But as soon as this thy son was come, which hath devoured thy living with harlots, thou hast killed for him the fatted calf.
Man, you know that nigga went out and did everything wrong, man. God dang. We should have went and did the same. Nah. You do exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Wake your butt up and teach this truth to your people. And guess what? Go out and bring your brothers back in, the one you mad at. Go ahead.
Verse 31, and he said unto him, Son, thou art ever with me.
You always been with me, Judah. I woke you up first because, boy, don't be stupid. You know your dad used to say that?
Say, look,
Don't be stupid.
he's like, we throwing him a party, but read the next part of it.
And all that I have is
He
thine.
said, but everything I got is yours.
It's yours.
What's the problem? That's the same thing he was trying to tell King David. Dang, I gave you the whole kingdom. You run the whole world. But you want this man's wife? He said, if you would have wanted, if you wanted more, you should have just asked me.
And you got double portion of everything. So why over the young one anyway? So what is you tripping on? You just need to be happy your brother back. Go ahead.
Verse 32, it was meet that we should make merry and be glad, for this thy brother was dead and is alive again.
Man, shoot, you ain't happy. Well, everybody done lost a loved one, boy. If they came back, you be glad and like, hey, whoa, he was dead. And they alive. Oh man, you should be out jumping out.
Because guess what? We all know what. Go to Sirach chapter 35, verse 20 right quick. Because we know what? Mercy, just like grace, It's measured, but guess what? It's a season. Mercy ain't forever.
Yo.
So when you in the portion of when the Lord giving us mercy, guess what, man? Be happy for the person that's getting the mercy.
Yes.
Read that out.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 35 and verse 1. He that keepeth the law bringeth offerings enough.
Read that again.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 35 and verse 1. He that keepeth the law bringeth offerings enough.
And that's the same thing.
He that taketh heed to the commandment offereth a peace offering. Verse 20. Mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction.
See, this is what the Lord is there trying to explain to him, man. All of this, guess what? Mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction. That means it's not a forever thing. But he's showing us mercy, man. In season.
In season.
But that was a good precept for this Rock 35:1 too.
He dropped that. That went right with it. All praise.
Read on, Doc.
As clouds of rain in the time of drought.
So guess what? When it's time, guess what? If the roles were reversed, you think his father wouldn't have done the same thing for him? That's what we got to start thinking about, man. People go through that affliction. You think the Most High God? Guess what, man? We had brothers in this walk. Hospital for what? 6, 7, 8 months? Almost a year or something. Guess what? The Lord brought him out of that thing. Guess what? He's right back there, sitting at the table, bringing dust in the Lord, man. That brother, guess what? You think that brother faith ain't on another high? Guess what? The brothers that know that brother, you think our faith ain't on an all-time high right now? We knowing what God did, man. Take us out of these afflictions. Guess what? It raises us right back up, man. Go ahead, Doc.
All praise. Let's go to let's close out on this one. Ezekiel 37 and 21. That's like brother. What's his name? How you say his name? Not Zadok. The one that was here.
Oh, yeah.
Joshua. That's what he was telling me. He said, man, I've been to this hospital. He said, I don't even mind being here. Even though they can't find out what's wrong with it. He's been in the hospital for dang near a year. Over a year. And he said, the good thing about me being in this hospital, boy, you know how many people I done talked this to? Boy, that's something to say. When your body in pain and they can't figure out what's wrong with you, but you can be glad that the fact of the matter, I am in here. Teach these people. Let's go 37 and 21.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 21. And say unto them, thus said the Lord God, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation.
What?
One nation
So
in the land.
all of y'all calling them Mexicans and all that old stuff, Puerto Rican. Guess what? You better be one people anyway. So you might as well cut that out. Hey, we just about to say we just got some bad driving Israelites. Go ahead.
And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations.
That's Yahweh gonna be our only king. Go ahead. Ain't gonna be no two nations no more. Ain't gonna be no divided over there. You ain't gotta worry about that. Don't worry. The Most High gonna bring this thing back whether you like it or not.
And that's talking about also going into, like you say, the new covenant.
Yep.
Going to, guess what? He's going to take Judah and Israel, and guess what? Make them Israel and give them a new covenant.
Give them a new covenant. One stick. Under one law. Under one king. Go ahead.
And one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more two nations.
Ain't gonna be no more. Go ahead.
Neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all.
Go ahead.
Verse 23. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions. But I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God.
Go ahead.
And David, my servant, shall be king over them.
Yahweh Shah.
And they all shall have one shepherd.
One shepherd. Go ahead.
They shall also walk in my judgments.
Don't keep them laws. We definitely gonna keep them laws. We gonna know them all and everything. We ain't gonna have to be sitting in class no more. We gonna be knowing them. Go ahead.
And observe my statutes and do them.
And what?
And do them.
That's what the brother was talking about when he was saying, "Hey, that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a new covenant. We're gonna be on our heart. We're gonna do them no matter what. If you don't, we're gonna automatically know them. We're gonna do them. Go ahead."
Verse 25, and they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever.
And on that, y'all need to. I also understand. Well, take your nappy butt home. Wipe that goddamn dirt off and take your butt home. Girl, gone. Gone home. Get up, shake the dust off, and go home. That's all I got for today on that. I asked them, but don't worry about it. We got a lot of it out. And we can go back to either one of these laws I came out with. We can go to Leviticus 20 and 22, huh? Yeah, either one. It don't matter. Deuteronomy 12 and 30. Either one of them laws. Whatever one y'all want to pick up.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 23. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nations, which I cast out before you. For they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them.
I hate them. He said, don't walk after them because he hated. Period. We don't gotta debate about it. We don't have to sit down and talk about it. It said what it said, like Jeremiah said. The scriptures say what they say. And on it, you got something?
Yeah, like we say, that especially going into Mother's Day. Remember, brothers and sisters, especially online, we got our holy days coming up. We got, what's the next high holy day? The day of Simon on the 23rd. Brothers and sisters, make sure y'all pay attention to the calendar. Reach out to brothers if y'all need a calendar, so we can keep these high holy days to the best of our ability.
5-23. That's on a Sunday. We also got classes on Sunday.
Almost every day.
On Sunday, various time. Monday 7:30, Wednesday 7:30, and Saturday 11:30, and Friday night 7:30. So we got classes all the way through. Hey, make sure, look, man, if y'all don't even know how to break some of this stuff down, send them to a class. Send them to a class and let them watch that and go along with them.